Welcome to Geeksvana TLDR, where we bring you drone news stories in a short format or break down some of our longer videos. Remember to hit the subscribe button to get more of these types of updates. As many of you will by now know, there was a drone crash in the US where a consumer-sized DJI drone came down at a Boston NBA celebration and injured people on the ground, inflicting what are described as non-life-threatening injuries to two people. There's been some confusion over what actually happened here. A lot of Facebook and social media posts about this, so we've gained a copy of the Boston police report to update our audience directly. The report confirms that the pilot works for news outlet CNN, but was actually flying at the time for TNT's coverage of the musical opening and closing event. The drone pilot hit a lighting pole, causing the drone to crash. The operator confirmed to police that he was gaining footage of that opening performance when the incident occurred. One injured party was bleeding from the hand. It was a couple of fingers that were bandaged, and another woman complained of pain. Despite other reports of more serious injury, the report confirms that both people were treated at the scene rather than taken to hospital. The pre- and post-game show was produced by TNT, who are also carrying out their own investigation. Looking at more detail in terms of the pilot statement, and he states that he is certified by the FAA and the drone model was a DJI Mavic 3 Cine. He flew between two trees and accidentally struck a light pole, causing the drone to fall out of the sky. Now, the injuries, although of course nobody should be injured when they're out for a celebration, were of a minor nature treated at the scene, and the incident does perhaps show that with all the drones being flown at events like this across the world, it is a comparatively rare thing for this kind of thing to actually happen. I'm sure there will be questions asked in terms of obstacle avoidance and the route the drone operator took. It would be interesting to see if the situation would have been handled differently with some of the more latest advanced avoidance tech on the most recent DJI release, the Air 3S. Any kind of flights around people will be something taken very seriously by professional operators and large media companies hosting these kind of events, so I'm sure the final analysis will bring some new processes into drone flight of this nature. Of course, it is worth mentioning that this incident does not actually mean the drone was being flown over people for certain. As the drone struck a pole, it likely fell at an angle rather than straight down. If you think about it, when a drone hits something and then basically fails in the air, stops the props, it isn't necessarily going to fall straight down like a stone. It will, of course, in some form be taken by the inertia in one direction or another. Also, my own thoughts are that it is generally a good thing that smaller drones are becoming more capable in terms of commercial use, meaning that we are now flying folding Mavic style drones near people rather than older, larger drones that would have been necessary just a few years ago. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below about this story, but also this new short form content style for smaller stories and breakdowns of our larger videos. Sean out.